everybody. Hi. How are you guys doing today? We're coming back live after a week, after actually 2 weeks on YouTube because we had an amazing live last week on Instagram. There was a huge crowd and everyone loved it. I think we got a lot of good feedback about that.
It is.
It was amazing. And first of all, thank you so much, guys, for coming and joining in for our live sessions. I know a lot of you guys have been consistently joining our live sessions every week without failures, because we know by the names, when we see the names, we know, okay, this person was there before, he had joined us before. We know that because of your constant support, because of how much you guys help us and help us grow. We want to thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for joining in. For today's live, our whole session, we're going to discuss about what's happening with postgraduate work permit. I think this is one of the most forgotten topic, but is actually having a huge impact right now with immigration, because a lot of people who have applied for postgraduate work permit, because of the whole waiting period of almost, I think 200, how much days it was? There was a waiting period, 240 days something, and now they're getting their results for the work permit that they applied back in I think around February.
January submissions, now they are getting the decisions.
Yeah, now they're getting the decisions, and a lot of people have been reaching out because they started to get rejections in their documents. Even for people who applied spousal extension along with the PGWP before even the policy was implemented, those people are also receiving rejections. So many complications, so many things are happening with, especially with these two sessions. So that's why we decided, okay, let's dedicate today's live for the whole postgraduate work permit as well as spousal applications. So if you're joining in for the first time, then first, thank you for joining our Can Immigration Live. This is our immigration consultant. His name is Vishnu Putlat. You want to say hi to your people?
Yeah. Hi guys. Hello Can family. Hope everyone is doing good. And yes, so this session we basically decided to have because of a lot of inquiries which I'm recently receiving, especially from those submissions which was done after the December pass out. So when they applied for a work permit in the month of January and February, that was a new time when people were not well aware about that IELTS has to be updated, what all things has to be done. So most of the people they followed the same old regulation. And guess what? Unfortunately now, a good number of international students, they are getting refusal. And Navin, do you know why I specifically recommended this topic? Because the two of the individuals who recently contacted us, sadly, what they are undergoing is their application. They did 2-year program. They completed in December 2024 their 2-year program. They applied for the work permit in the month of January, and in the month of September and October, one of the person received a refusal in September. Another person received a refusal in the month of October.
Okay.
And you know what's the sad part about this refusal?
They have to travel back.
They cannot appeal, they cannot do any other thing.
Oh.
Because the saddest part is, if, for example, if they could have got the same refusal with a 4 months processing, for example, they submitted in January, and unfortunately due to some error or documentation, if these international students might have received a decision before 6 months, 180 days of your course completion, they could have reapplied for it.
Got it, yeah.
But when already the processing time is too delayed, and now when the individual is receiving the decision after 180 days of a course completion, that is the saddest part. Because now those individuals cannot do appeal because that is their mistake that they have not uploaded a proper IELTS or they forgot to upload the IELTS. But second and most important thing is, there is no other way. Now the only things what they are remain with is either they can go back to study and study for 1 year or 2 year again, or they have to go back. And think about, man, those international students who spend around 30-35 lakh Indian rupees, around 40-45,000 Canadian dollars, not even getting a 1 year of work permit. And that's why we wanted to create an awareness for those individuals who are still waiting to get a postgrad open work permit, and those individuals who are about to get passed out in the month of September, who already got passed out and who wanted to apply for a work permit, or who are supposed to be finish their course in the month of December 2025. Again, for those particular session, those particular international students will definitely get benefit through this live session.
Awesome. I think one of the biggest things I've noticed even while applying, I think I was one of my friend was applying, and the big question that they said is in the policy it says that you have to upload your IELTS, but when you look into the submission part of it, it doesn't show anywhere where you have to submit your IELTS. So a lot of people are confused, and actually, you know what? A lot of people have actually missed submitting the IELTS because of that. So if it's someone who's starting to apply, I think the courses are going to end in the next coming December. A lot of courses are ending, and people are even planning to apply for PGWP again. For those people, how do we do the submission part, especially when it comes to the IELTS part of it?
So one of the most important thing what you mentioned is very right. When you are about to submit any kind of an application for, even if it is a study permit, work permit, spousal open work permit, visitor visa, or a PR, it's not about that CIC is going to ask you for that, okay, you need to submit this particular document. Okay, the common documents will be listed there. But once again, if any documents supposed to be uploaded as per the regulation, it is the responsibility of the person who is submitting. So if you are submitting by yourself, it is your responsibility. If you are submitting through any agent, immigration consultant, lawyer, it's a responsibility of them to look into that. There is no tab where they can select extra tab like client information or like invitation letter. They can select any other tabs, and then they have to upload the document.
Okay.
But once again, even if someone forget to upload or someone giving this kind of excuse at this point, it has to go through federal review. And in federal court, once again, no one knows what would be the answer, because now regulation very clearly says IELTS is compulsory.
Yeah.
The particular individual did not submit the IELTS. And now after 9 months when the person is getting refusal, even after spending 5,000, 10,000 going through a federal review, the IRCC lawyer is just going to ask you one thing that, okay, did you submit it? Did you wrote your IELTS? Did you submitted that with an application later on through Webform? And that individual is going to say no.
Yeah.
And that is the saddest part. And also, today I received one of the call where the person submitted the IELTS, but it was not the CLB.
Okay.
So basically, pass out from Consumer College, he did not even get CLB 5.
Okay.
Think about, man. That same individual, when came before 2 years, applied for study permit, was holding CLB 6. And now the person is not even having CLB 5.
Yeah.
So where the international students is going through, guys, you are ready to spend your money, time and hard work to learn French. Why don't you still looking into to improve your or polish your English proficiency, which is helpful for postgrad open work permit as well as for your PR. So it's very sad reality, but yes, let's discuss more about it in the live.
All right, perfect. By the way, we have a lot of people joining in as from Instagram as well. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining in. If you have any questions regarding PGWP and spousal and the whole rejections and applications, guys, join in the YouTube live. You can go to YouTube, type Can Immigration, or even in our story, it's there. The link is going to be there. Join in so that you can have this session, like a very productive session, and talk to the immigration consultant.
And always one thing which I posted in my WhatsApp channel. Again, WhatsApp channel is basically the unfiltered version of me with my Can family, where I said that if you are looking for free consultation, if you are looking for any kind of answer to particular question, today's session is all about the postgrad open work permit. And same like this, we always comes live once a week. So if you are the Can family member who subscribe our channel or who are already joined or following our Instagram page, you can be the one of the individual who can always take advantage of free consultation where you can ask your question, you can get a proper answer, and you can educate yourself and your surrounding people so that everyone know that how easy could be the Canadian immigration.
Let's go. Okay. So if you have your questions, guys, join in the YouTube live. The link is going to be in the story. Join in.
Or just Google Can Immigration YouTube. Join the live. It's on there.
All right, we're gonna be there.
See you there.
Yeah, we're gonna be there for how many next 40 minutes?
40 minutes.
Let's go. Okay, we'll go to the question from. We have one of the questions from Pinky Diana, who says, "Hi, Pinky."
Hi, Pinky.
All right. Question is, what is the procedure for spouse of a student on open work permit, and what do you think are the required document checklists?
Okay. Hi, Pinky. It's very straightforward. It's a spousal open work permit application where the first condition is that you need to hold a tier 0 or 1 knock code job, full-time job. Otherwise, you can even go with a tier 2 and 3, but selective knock code. If you can go to our Instagram page, there we have already pinned all the knock codes which are qualified for spousal open work permit. So go to our Instagram page. The first, I believe the second video is that where you can see this face. and you can see that how to identify the knock code and how the things are to be done. You need to have the full-time job. Full-time job means more than 30 hours per week. Even though, let me add just one little bit of a loophole there. If you even part-time or casual, but you are working for more than 30 hours per week and your employer confirms that, you are eligible to apply for a spousal open work permit. The second condition you need is that your spouse has to be inside Canada, outside Canada, it doesn't matter. But if it's inside Canada, it's a long processing time. But if the spouse is outside Canada, the good news is for them that outside Canada spousal open work permit application literally getting approved in 15 days to 30 days. So that's a very good news for those individuals who are applying for a spousal open work permit for first time, or unfortunately if your spouse went back home because of no status. This is a very good news that outland application is way more faster than the inland application.
Nice. Actually, Vishnu, even talking about the spousal application, like there are certain cases right now that we have a couple of cases where we even took a document review that people started to get rejection even if they applied for the spousal extensions before the whole policy was implemented of 0123. Because now that it's been taking so much time, and even one of the like applications that we saw recently that got a rejection and they came to us was the client, the primary applicant was not even doing a master's or a PhD program. So what is your take on this? Why are they facing a rejection right now, even if they applied for the application before the whole policy was implemented?
So do you remember in February we had did a video that the public policy which was saying that an individual can apply for a spousal open work permit even with a tier 4 and 5. That was for 2 years. So from 2023 till 2024 December only that particular policy was there. What happened in between after the 1st January onwards till that 22nd of February, I believe, until the new regulation start implementing? A lot of people applied for their postgrad open work permit with a tier 4 and 5. Or even if someone is submitting with a tier 1 or 2, if their duties are not apt with a higher knock code, they face a refusal. And second thing is, in study permit also, as per the regulation, the study permit extension was exempt from the new regulation that you need to have a master or PhD. But recently from May onwards, we are receiving a lot of refusals, and we are seeing that like those, even the study permit, like spousal open permit extension application also, now the CIC confirmed that you need to have a master's degree, PhD, doctorate kind of course. And again, if you are the one who is following the Canada Immigration page, we usually post any kind of significant regulation changes, which is not open to the CIC website. But if something comes like that, I usually make a reel and post that in. So if you are the one, you already know about it, what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, even like by the way, for all those who are joining in even now, guys, today's live is just dedicated for just the PGWP and spousal extension and spousal applications.
Work permit only.
Work permit only. So if you're asking me questions about if a transit driver, will it work, will this not good, we won't be able to answer because it's just dedicated for just the express entry. So if you have any questions or if you have any friends who apply for PGWP and is still concerned, I think today also we got 3-4 calls. People are like, my friend got a rejection, should I be concerned? Guys, ask them to join the live. It's gonna be beneficial. They can ask you questions as well. And if you have any other questions and you feel like you need an answer today itself, you can use the super chat, because super chat gives you the option where you can get an answer today in this live session itself. So go ahead.
Just very selective with the work permit application, because we know there will be a lot of questions coming surrounding to that. But yes, if you are the one who wanted that next live should be based upon your topic of interest, look into our Instagram page, because every time we select a topic, we usually do a poll where you are the one who's selecting that which topic you wanted for today's live. So again, keep an eye on our polling. So if you poll that, definitely next live will be as per your interest.
All right, we'll go to Bonnie's question before we go into follow-up questions. And Bonnie has a question. Pharmacy assistant job is eligible for spousal open work permit. What is the current timeline for visa to get approved?
So again, it's all depending upon the knock code. The pharmacy assistant, yes, it can be. But once again, you need to look into the knock code if it is approved by the CIC for the spousal open work permit. Once again, you can go to our Instagram page. We have pinned the video there where it's explained all about the knock codes which is approved. Once that say that, okay, which knock code is approved, then you need a 3 full-time pay stub. Even you can submit with 1 or 2 pay stubs, but keep one thing in mind, you have to upload your proper experience letter and the proper pay stubs through a web form later on. And again, the processing time, if it is within Canada, the processing time is almost like 5 to 9 months, whereas the outland application, the processing time is almost like 1 to 2 months maximum.
Okay. All right.
So Boni, I hope you got an answer. If you got an answer, like or give your feedback, man, if you have any other further question.
Okay, well, pharmacy assistant is one of that. I think a lot of people even have questions with the PSW. There's a couple of like questions where I think PSW is basically, if you look into the knock code part of it, comes under tier 4. But then you can also claim it under the 33102 knock code. So a lot of people have questions like, if I work in this, how do I know if my PSW position comes under the 44101 or the 33102?
Okay, so it's very simple. Once again, if you have watched our reels, which we have done recently, like around 2 weeks back, we have explained that. Like, it's not about the title. Mostly what people do is they say that, okay, I'm working as an assistant manager. Yes, I'm qualified for the spousal open work permit. But no, I can tell you there are a lot of people who are getting refusal even though they are assistant manager, because their duties comes as a store manager or a store supervisor, which is the tier 3 level. So once again, it's not about what your employer calls you. Even though you are a store supervisor or a retail supervisor, but if your duties come as a manager, then you can select the manager knock code. So please always remember, same thing with PSW, where there are 3 kind of group at this point. Immigrant group is there. One believe that PSW is in a higher knock code. Second believe that PSW comes in a lower, like 44101 knock code. And third one is, which is confused, that okay, whether it comes in 33102 or 44101. All 3 groups. Simple and straightforward answer. You need to match your duties with your existing knock code, what you're working. Like if it is 33102 or 44101, 90%, whichever knock code it is matching with, that is a knock code which you are in. All the best.
Awesome. All right. Let's go to the next question. Abhishek Jaikumar has a question. It's been almost 5 months since I applied for my PGWP and still haven't got any results regarding my application. What could be the reason behind it, or is it something that I have to be worried about?
Okay, so Abhishek, hi. First thing, no decision is a good decision, I always say. However, now I believe that no decision more than 180 days can be not that good news, because once again, if you pass 180 days after your course completion, and God forbid, it should not happen, but if the refusal comes, you cannot reapply for the postgrad open work permit. So what you should do, Abhishek, or anyone who is in your situation should do is, you should log into your GC key, and then you need to look into all the documents you have uploaded. Look into that whether you have uploaded proper official transcript, official course completion letter, official IELTS, TRF, like what is the proper IELTS scorecard, passport, front and back page or all the pages, up to you, photo. These are the 5 important documents which you ought to submit. If you think that, okay, no, I submitted the photo, it is not clear, I submitted the passport, but it only have front page, or, sorry, you submitted the IELTS, but you did not receive your TRF proper card, so you just submitted the IELTS screenshot. Guess what? The first thing you have to do is pause this video for now, go back and raise the web form with the proper documentation. And once you raise the documentation, this is very important step, that you have to call the CIC within next 2 days. Don't call immediately because it's already Friday, first thing, not possible. But even if you raise the web form on Monday, wait for 1 to 2 days so that you can receive an email confirmation that, okay, your document is attached to your application. But make a call, whoever picked that, the CIC or the call center, ask them that, okay, I have raised the web form, IELTS is there. Can you confirm whether that IELTS is properly attached to my file or not? They say yes, good, cut the call, you don't have to worry. If they say no, you have to raise the web form again. So please follow both the steps. First, review your documents, what you have submitted. If it is proper, you don't have to worry. Second, raise a web form. But after raising the web form, if possible, give a call to the CIC. Please don't trouble that, okay? It's like I have seen a lot of international students who literally give a lot of calls. Like literally every day or every 2 days, they start to giving a call to the CIC. You cannot expect a decision by calling the CIC online service. So please, once you know that your document is proper, you cannot do anything, you have to wait. And that wait can go for 9 months. If your documentation is proper, you don't have to worry. If your documentation error is there, then yes, you have to be concerned, but raising a web form can clear that. So that is a solution and problem. I hope you got Abhishek. Take care.
Hope you got an answer, Abhishek. If you did, just put a thumbs up, let us know. Vishnu, I have a question. Now, you said a lot of people are getting rejections after the 180 days and they don't have an option. So what is an alternative option that they have? Is there something that they can do? That
Federal review.
Okay.
So federal review is where the lawyer has to take the case to the court, where in court there will be a full appeal where the CIC officer has to look into the application, okay, on what basis the refusal is. Again, if you forget or the applicant forget to submit the IELTS, there is no appeal. But yeah, if the lawyer is good, they can try to get an appeal or something where they can able to try to change that decision, but it's very rare. So again, if you are the one who has not yet received refusal, go log into your GC key, check your application. That is the most easiest, cost-effective way in which you can able to secure your post-grad open work permit and your PR. Otherwise, you are just going to be in stress till the decision comes.
Do we have to show any show money when we are applying for the PGWP application?
No.
Not necessarily.
$0. So first of all, you don't even need to upload any bank statement. Please don't do that. If you are uploading the bank statement, it is very negative, or you have any kind of a financial thing, like you've taken a too much loan, your work permit can be refused. Once again, I have never seen that, but I have heard about it. Better in postgrad open work permit, no one is asking to prove the financial stability. So try not to be over smart and uploading your bank statement. Not needed. Yes, if you're doing a spousal open work permit, definitely you have to show a money which should be more than 5,000, 10,000, depending upon your family size.
Okay, going back into the questions, we have a question from Janet, who keeps deleting the questions. Okay, we'll go to the next question by the time he can put in his question. Akash, sorry, we might not be able to give you answer to the ONP or the express entry. Just put it in there. We'll get back to you.
So Akash, you have two options. One, once the live is posted, you can post the same question into the comment section. You will definitely get a response in the comment. Otherwise, you have to go and use a super chat to get an answer. This topic is specifically, this session is only for the work permit holders. Let's respect that. But next time, if you are the one who wanted to have a full live session on PNP or any sort of other immigration pathway, give your vote, because your polling will decide what would be the next live session.
Let's go. Okay, we have another question from Korean. I applied for PGWP and it's been 5 months. I didn't even receive the interim work authorization letter. I've already raised a web form, but no reply. What should I do?
So, hi Korean. That's totally fine. Interim work permit is just an automated email letter which you're supposed to receive. If you have not received, it's not a big deal. Raising a web form, you should get an interim work permit by this point. If not, still doesn't matter. You can still able to continue work full time on SIN, even though your study permit is expired. That's fine. The only concern what you have to do is, like I mentioned, you go check your GC key that you have submitted all the documents properly. Once you submit all the documents properly, like for example, if my clients call me and say that, sir, I have not received a decision in last 9 months, 10 months, should I be concerned? I directly say them, you should not be, because I have did a submission. I know I submitted all the documents properly. It is just a processing time. Like I said, normal processing time for any work permit inside Canada is almost like 5 to 9 months, even some of the cases 1 year. I have a client who received the work permit approval after 1 year.
Wow.
And she's just studied for 1 year. After 1 year, she got a work permit, and that is for 3 years. So see how lucky the person is for the wait. That's a result. So again, it be possible, but Korean, only you have to look into is whether you did a proper submission. If yes, don't worry, chill, look for a NOC OEB level job, focus on your PR.
Okay, I have a question, Vishnu. Now that you one of the biggest people, like I think I'm having a conversation because I'm in the front desk. I do receive a lot of calls. So one of the calls today, they were saying about that they already applied through a work permit application through another agency, and the agency asked them to withdraw the application.
Why?
Because it seems that the person there was his friend as well who applied together, and they both, his friend got the rejection today, and now when he called this thing, I'm not sure what's the reason, but because that person got a rejection, his agency is telling him to withdraw his current PGWP application.
You know the name of the person?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so if anyone in this situation where your agency is saying to withdraw the application, my sincere request is book a consultation with any immigration lawyer or consultant who is licensed, first thing. When you go through an agency or when you go through a ghost consultant, they don't hold any liability. So if you get a refusal, you are your own. So better if someone say that to withdraw the application, take a second opinion from a licensed person where you can do a document review with them, where you can show them all the documents. And if they can see all the document, then as per the second opinion, make a decision to withdraw the application. Because like I said, if someone pass out in the month of December, now the person is withdrawing the application, that particular individual may not even have a chance to reapply for a postgrad open work permit. But if we find out that, okay, a certain document is missing or not proper, we can literally do an appeal or we can request to add a document where your application will be complete. That is the way how we should deal with the application. Please do not withdraw the application just based upon some rumors or some person told you. Always there is a chance that you can correct your application if it is under the process.
Okay, I hope this person is watching live. All right, we're going back into one of the questions. Sandhu is asking, my PGWP got refused by missing documents of English proficiency test. Somehow it didn't submit. What should I do now?
What?
Sandhu has a question.
She submitted the documents.
My PGWP got refused by missing documents of English proficiency test. Somehow it didn't submit. What should I do right now?
So, hi Sandhu, sorry to hear that, but it's again, I don't mistrust you, but it's not possible because when you upload the documents, everything goes with one button. So it's not like you submitted all the documents, but only IELTS doesn't go through. It's not possible. But yes, if you have submitted, for example, okay, let's go with your statement that you uploaded the document, it's not submitted. Contact the CIC. Call the call center. They can able to review that if they have uploaded the documents or not. If any document which you have submitted, like for example, I have recently received a case where the person did raise the web form with IELTS after watching our video, which we have posted around 2-3 weeks back. But recently the person got a refusal.
Oh.
But again, the person raised the web form. You have a proper web form where you have submitted that and you got a confirmation that it is linked to the application. I asked the person to do a document review now, because if the document review done, if I see that, okay, the web form is proper, everything is proper, I can reopen the file because now we can do appeal on this application because I have an evidence that that particular applicant did submit the form. But again, if you have an evidence, you can reopen your application, but to get an evidence, that is something your responsibility at this point.
Korean has said thank you to you.
Thank you, bhai.
Okay, Vishnu, a big question again. When we apply for the PGWP application, there is a section which says client information, and a lot of people don't have a letter of LOE or a letter of explanation and like not even mentioning, and they just submit just the basic documents and they do submit. Will there be an issue furthermore, or do they have to get concerned about that they didn't write anything like? Usually people write it in a Word format, just explaining what's the situation and everything.
Okay. So there are two kinds of applications. One very straightforward. So for example, postgrad open work permit. You complete a 1-year program, you get 1 year of work permit. You complete 2-year program, 1+1, you get a 3 years of work permit. It's a law. You don't need to include any statement of purpose. But now, for example, a person who started studying for some other course, later dropped, took another program, and then later on he changed the program after completing the first program, but he got failed, and now the person took another new program and now completed. So technically the person did 4 courses, but all 5 semesters the person is full-time.
Okay.
Now it's complicated, right? See, that complication whenever comes, now you need to do a letter of explanation or statement of purpose. Whenever the application is good, again, if you are doing an application, you don't need compulsory to upload the statement of purpose, but always remember, you know your story, your surrounding people may know your story, but a person who is analyzing your PR application or a work permit application, it is not compulsory that the person understand that what is your background. So if that particular CIC officer don't feel that, no, I don't think that person did a 2-year program, 1+1, but only submitted 1 document, the course completion letter and the transcript. That CIC officer only think that, no, you did only 1 program. You get only approved for 1 year. So I have seen a case where the person did 2-year program, but only mentioned and only uploaded for 1 course completion letter and transcript because the person believed that I don't need to upload the previous course offer letter or the completion letter or transcript. Person got for 1 year of work permit. Okay. Again, we did appeal. We got a 2 years of work permit for him, the remaining 2 years. But think about the stress the person might have went through. Simple. when you do an application by yourself, even it is a PR, PNP, express entry, anything, work permit, you can do by yourself, but follow the guideline. And again, if you think that something is not right, include an SOP. And in the client information part, upload your IELTS. I'm gonna make a code there. Client information, technically define it as a IELTS. Upload your IELTS scorecard there. You would be happy when you receive a positive decision. All the best.
Okay, let's go into Bishwash's question. I called the IRCC agent who applied for PGWP on April 30th, 2024. They told that
April 30, 2024?
Yeah, it says 2024 and 2025. He corrected it. Okay.
Bishwa.
They told.
Bye, bro.
They told has passed the background check but not assigned to officer for eligibility review. How much time will it take? Any thoughts?
Even the CIC officer cannot give you the answer you want. Answer from me. Bishwas. Why, bro? Don't put me in that situation where I don't even know the answer. No. Again, it depends upon the CIC. It usually takes somewhere from 5 to 9 months. You have to wait. But again, if you submitted all the documents properly, everything is good, please don't poke the bear. Okay, so now let the application go its own pace. Even if it is taking time, let it take time. You should focus on your PR. Because I have seen a lot of people, let me tell you one of the interesting story. 2 friends pass out in the same program, everything same. They both applied for the work permit. One person started to poke the CIC that I need to get a decision because I need to apply for a TRB. The person called so many times that fortunately the person got an approval within 2 months. So in January pass out, February or March, the person got an approval, 2024. Okay, that particular individual got from 2024 till 2027. Okay, that person went to India, came back in the month of August. After that, the person is trying to find a job. And till today, the person has not even completed 1 year of experience. It's been now 2 years. He already completed his almost 2 years of work permit. Next year, like that means February or March of 2027, the person's work permit is about to expire. His friend, okay, they both took a consultation with me. To both of them, I told the same thing that, okay, you submitted complete application, don't worry, don't panic, just leave it. The second person was waited for his postgrad open work permit. In the meantime, he was more focused to get a job, to get a PR. He got his NOC OEB level job in the month of February. When the other person was very happy to get an approval, he called me once saying that my friend got an approval, I told that, okay, you did a proper submission, don't panic, focus on your work. He completed his 1 year of experience in the month of February, 2025.
Now he is already correct.
Now he's already waiting for the PR because the second person is already sitting around 521 points. Whereas the person who got approval faster, he's only remaining with 1 year and 4 months of work permit, and he still don't have a tier 0, 1, 2, 3 job. So to Can family, always remember one thing, don't push for something which is something beneficial for you. Always remember, you completed your program, you submitted your work permit, wait for it. If you've done a proper submission, your next goal is a PR. From the day you submitted your work permit, your experience is start counted if you're working in tier 0, 1, 2, 3. Focus on to complete 1 year of experience or finding an employer who can support for the PR, because once again, the day you receive your work permit, now you only have 3 years. The countdown is already started. I have seen a lot of people who work permit they just recently received, but they already completed 8 or 9 months of experience. So think about it. They are almost getting 4 years of work permit. But you need to understand this, that it's not always that, okay, I submitted and I want my decision faster. Because yes, you get a decision faster, but your work permit is also going to expire very fast. So think logically, understand when someone says something, and I hope this video, this live will definitely get you that understanding that if decisions coming late, you did a proper application, don't panic.
Okay, I think now, including along with the rejections, a lot of people are also started to get their approvals for the PGWP as well right now. When do you think is like the right time for people, like especially who are married or have like common law partners and all, if they want to apply for a spousal application, when do you think, do they have to wait until they get the PGWP approval, or can they start while they're on an implied status itself?
Big answer or short answer?
I think we go short answer.
Okay.
Short answer.
Let's go in between, okay?
Between.
So the spousal open work permit can be submitted in 3 time phases, okay? 1, when a primary applicant is submitting a postgrad open work permit, at the same time you can submit the spousal open work permit if you have a proper eligibility. Second is, while the postgrad open work permit is submitted and it is on implied status, that means the person is not received the decision under the progress, even at that point you can submit a spousal open work permit if you meet the eligibility. The third is, you can wait to get a postgrad open work permit approval and then you submit a spousal open work permit. But in usual cases, what happens is, if the postgrad work permit is about to expire, like already expired in September, the spouse work permit also might be expired in September. Okay, but their course might have finished in April. So usually what I am recommending to CAN family member at this point is, first apply for postgrad open work permit only. The reason for that is, now the postgrad open work permits and spousal open work permit, even though it is within Canada, the processing time is different. So while the spousal open work permit is getting processed, if the postgrad open work permit has no decision on it, I have seen that work permit is getting refused. So what is my recommendation to CAN family member is, if you are the one who's completed the program, apply for your spousal, like your postgrad open work permit first. So for example, let me give September, someone's course is completed now, and both the study permit and the spousal open work permit is valid until December 2025. If your course is completed in September 2025, the postgrad work permit can apply somewhere in October anytime. Wait for the spousal open work permit until the primary applicant get a full-time NOC OAB level job, like tier 0 or 1 kind of a job, or 2, 3 in selective NOC code, and get a 3 pay stub. So which can come to around November or December time, and then submit a spousal open work permit. Because if you submit a complete application, you don't really have to worry about the decision outcome. The spousal open work permit as well as the postgrad open work permit, both can get approved. That is something which I am recommending to the CAN family at this point.
Hope we got the right information. And
if you have a doubt, comment below. After the live is posted, I can explain you much more better. But I hope if you can just go back, you can just replay, you can understand. All the best.
Bishwas is like, I'm pushing it because I already got refused. I got refused for 2 jobs because I'm still on a maintained status.
Bishwas, sorry to hear that, bhai. But I can understand your situation. But again, keep on looking for a job and try to explain the employer that on implied status also you can work on SIN. But yes, there is a new regulation also there now which came in around the month of July, which says that even if you're in implied status, you can change the job. Before it was not there. Now because of the long processing time, CIC has updated that policy. We have did a detailed video around 1.5 to 2 months back. If you go to our YouTube channel or our Instagram page, you can see that. Show it to your employer, because as per the regulation, during implied status, you cannot able to switch the job, but now it is possible. So that is in favor of you. But yeah, I can understand. Employer has their own mind. All the best, bhai. Job you should be getting. All the best. My best wishes with you.
All right. To A and all the other people, guys, we want to address you by your name. So if you could just let us know your name, we would love to honor you by telling your name as well as asking a question. So
we didn't told that this time.
Yeah.
So please, CAN family member, if you want to get answer to your question, first put your name. We don't want to call you on a social media handle like Pain or Love Angel, like those kind of names. Kindly put a proper name, your first name, and then put your entire question. Phrase in a way that one comment you can get the entire information. All the best.
Got it. Bishwas is like, thank you, bye.
Thank you, bye.
All right. Okay, we have another question from Regin. What education should I mention in my PGWP application education section? I have a bachelor's from India and I did a 1+1 course in Canada. Now I'm applying for my PGWP, and in the education section, which one should I mention? Slip of fingers.
What's the name?
Regin.
Yeah, hi Regin. So you need to mention the recent education. So like you did 1+1, the recent education only you have to mention it there. Include an explanation letter that you did 1+1 program, and upload your 2 course completion letter and 2 transcript in 1 PDF, so that all the thing the CIC officer can able to review, and you will be getting 3 years of work permit. All the best, Regin.
All right. Bishwas also said I miss your Navdeep Saini lookalike friend.
Yes.
He will be joining us next week for a BTR session.
Navdeep?
No, Navdeep Saini. You don't remember?
Yeah. So he's joining?
No, not Navdeep Saini is joining. The person who looks like
Navdeep Saini, yeah.
will be
Next year.
joining for a BTS session. Okay, Jashan Sandhu has a question. My PGWP got refused by not submitting my English language test and got the same reason from IRCC. My time period for 180 days is also passed. What should I do now?
What's the name?
Jashan.
Hi, Jashan. Sorry to hear that. I hope you're watching this live from starting. I have already explained. You either can go to a judicial review if you really missed to upload that document. If you submitted that through Webform, then that is good. But if not, unfortunately, either judicial review where you can test your luck. Trust me, the approval rate is very low in that. But the second thing what you can do is you can definitely able to go and take another program for 1 more year, and then you can do appeal saying that okay, you did 2-year program, but unfortunately you got a decision that it was got refused. You did a 1 more program and you're requesting for a 3 years of work permit. That is an appeal which you can do, but again it depends upon your profile that which of the option is good. So I would say better to contact an immigration firm before you leave Canada or before you making any decision. Get an expert opinion based upon your profile. Sorry to hear.
Okay, what if it's before the 180 days? What can they do, right?
They can reapply.
Apply for this thing.
They can reapply for a postgraduate program. That's a side. It's CIC's mistake where they are prolonged the processing time and now they are refusing. But if the refusal is there, they can see that document verification, right? So in the document verification, that's again, if some CIC officer or someone is looking into it, please consider this request that if you're looking into the document, you know that okay, IELTS is not there. Kindly refuse the application as soon as possible so that at least the applicant will have time to reconsider the application and do a reapplication. When CIC is taking too much of time to processing the application, even to look into the basic document requirement. So if you know that, okay, these are the eligibility. So for the postgrad open, like if you're looking into PR sponsorship application, PNP application or express entry application, there is a eligibility criteria. One is say that okay, they are looking into all the document checklist is proper or not. Even if simple mistake is there, they return the application.
Okay.
For the temporary like a work permit applications, unfortunately there is nothing like this, and that's why these students are right now suffering. But again, if CIC, if you want to take an advice, look into that whether the proper documents is there or not. If not, refuse the application. It's well and good in favor of the student who spent around this much of money and wanted to have a good career in Canada. Getting a refusal after 180 days leaves them with no other choice. So it's something which administration also need to look into. But once again, the decision of submitting an application, the responsibility is yours. So if you are the applicant, you need to look into it. So somewhere you are also responsible. So please, to all the CAN family member, submit the document after 2 verification and don't get overconfident with the application. Always call your friend or someone who can go through the document checklist and then only do a submission. All the best.
All right, guys, to the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
Let's go one by one. Okay, we're going to the last 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, make sure you put it in so we don't miss out, or you don't miss out the answers. Akhil has a question. Akhil, express entry again, not today's live. Make sure you put the question or use a super chat so that you get a question and answer today, or you can put it in the comment section after this live is done. We'll get back to you. Sahil Saini has a question. Hi, it's Sahil. I worked a little more than 24 hours 1 week, and the next week I did less. So is it okay when I was on study permit? Now I applied for PGWP. Do I need to worry about this? Please answer.
What's the name?
Sahil.
Sahil, jo ho gaya, wo ho gaya. You cannot change the past. So if you already worked, you already submitted your work permit application, I don't say you have to be concerned, but yeah, you can be depending upon what CIC office is looking into. Once again, if you just worked like for example 1 week or 2 weeks or sometime only like 2 hours, 3 hours extra, that's fine. But if your entire period of your study permit, if you started to work 30 hours, 35 hours, you have to be concerned. But again, you need to think about it before you submit your postgrad work permit application. But now if the work permit application submitted, छोड़ दे भाई, कुछ नहीं. Be positive, हो जाएगा.
कुछ नहीं कर
दुआ ही है जो भी काम आएगी. तो just let it be as it is. Hopefully nothing will happen negative to your application. You will get an approval. All the best.
Okay, we have one question from Krishna Das. If we did the application through immigration lawyer, How can we track the application progress of my PGWP and spousal open work permit extension?
You can't.
Can the lawyer itself see Krishna Das?
Yeah, Krishna Das. So when you are paying someone to take the responsibility to complete the application, track the application, get your approval. Don't be nosy on that where you wanted to see that application, because again, you can see the application, but it is not going to change the fact that you will get a decision. So like I say to my clients who signed up with me, that if I am taking a responsibility on one application, I will send you an update in every like 2 to 3 months if there is any decision on it. But again, if there is no decision, good. You paid someone to take care that, okay, I want my approval. You will get an approval. If the lawyer is good, you don't need to worry. But again, there is no other way that you can track the temporary resident application. You just have to trust. Trust. Bharosa. Vishwasam. Adalilla.
Yeah. Let's go. Jashan Sandhu has a question. If I reapply and go to judicial court, can I work full time or not?
Sandeep.
Jashan Sandhu.
Jashan, unfortunately, no, you are not allowed to work because the decision is came. There is no implied status on your case. You cannot work and you cannot reapply. Now, even the judicial review has to be done. That has to be done by a lawyer. After the decision only, you can able to return back to the job.
Okay.
This is too hot.
Oh, sorry. All right. Hope you got your answer, Vishwas.
Yeah. All the best.
No, Jashan.
Jashan.
Jashan. All right, Vishnu, this is a question out of curiosity. Now that they got a rejection for this thing and it's past the 180 days, can they go back into studying another program and then apply for PGWP after that?
Depending upon if they get a restorative period or not. Sorry. The restorative period is if you received a refusal where it says that you have 90 days to restore your status. Yes, they can apply for a study permit, restore their status, and they can study, and then they can get a postgrad open work permit.
Okay.
But if the refusal says that you have to leave Canada immediately, very negative decision. That means you have to leave Canada to do any new application.
And then apply for like maybe study permit or something.
Study permit like from outland application. That's why if someone contacts us saying that, okay, I got a refusal, I want to do a consultation, we recommend them, okay, we need to do a document review, because again, only after seeing a document review, I can be honest to say that, okay, what you can do. Because if I don't see a document, I'm just relying on your words, and it can be sometime not true, depending upon your understanding that how you read the letter. So again, when you receive a refusal, go to any immigration lawyer or consultant, but show the documents, get a proper answer. And if you think that, okay, you submitted a document on basis you got a refusal, simple thing, you can appeal and you can get a reconsideration of the application where you can get reopen the application. Right now we are doing 2-3 applications like that where CIC literally all the document is submitted. On the tab also it is there. We contact the CIC. They say that yes, the document is there, but still the CIC refuses the application.
No, that is actually one of the questions over here. Because now you're going to give a response. Noel Sajo has a question. What happens if my PGWP was refused even if I uploaded my IELTS through Webform?
Appeal. So Noel, you have a very good case to get your application reopened. We are doing right now 3 applications where one application already got reopened. One was a postgrad open work permit which got reopened. 2 are the spousal open work permit where all the document is already submitted. It is in tab. Everything is proper. But once again, the CIC officer might be beep on weed.
Decided let's not give them the approval today.
But again, the point is they are doing that not purposefully, but maybe there will be one CIC officer who might have oversight that particular document. But yes, if you submitted the document, there is a chance to get a reconsideration and appeal and reopen your file. You don't even need to go through judicial review. You can even go to any immigration consultant and you can get reopen your application for this. It's simple, but yeah, you need to show the entire tabs and everything what you have uploaded, or even you can contact the CIC directly by yourself. Let them know, okay, I have submitted the documents. They can verify that whether you have submitted the document or not. If you have submitted, they can even do a reconsideration application over the phone if they find out that application submitted. So Noel, all the best.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's go to the last couple of questions. Regin has a follow-up question. So what about the form from and to date in the education section? What's wrong with the section? Should it also reflect the last course length or the entire study permit length for the 2 courses?
Okay, so you only need to mention, so it's
Regin.
Region. Yeah, so region, you only need to mention the last course and the duration of the last course. That is from when it started, when it is ended. You don't need to mention anything about the previous course. You just need to upload the document. CIC already noticed that you did 2-year program, you get a 3 years of work permit. It's a very common thing, very simple. Only one course you mention there, but you upload the document of both the course to get a 3 years of work permit. All the best.
Okay, the chair sound can come. Okay. Sorry. I have another question. Do we mention about our past work experience, like experience from back home and only during when we apply for PGWP applications?
Yeah. So on the work, so where it says about the employment session, you can upload like 3 tabs there. So you can upload the recent 3 employment. If you can mention it, mention it. If not mentioned, that's not a big deal. Most of the international students, when they do application by themselves, they don't even mention anything.
Okay.
But it's possible. But again, if you mention on study permit, that is the most important thing.
Okay.
Because there, the employment is something that might be 1 or 2 employment only. So you have to mention it.
What if they found out after while they're studying that okay they could claim this in their like for the they have a valid experience but they forgot to show it in the study permit?
Why?
But
How?
probably the agents must have not kept it or something like that.
Again, the agent is not taking any liability because agent is not licensed. They are using GCK. So yeah, in this note, let me tell you one thing. How to identify the person is legal licensed consultant lawyer or it's just a ghost consultant or agents. Agents or ghost consultant or even some of the lawyers and immigration consultant right now, they do outsourcing all the application. That's why they use GCK. GCK is illegal to be used by the licensed profession because like I'm the licensed profession, I have to use my IRCC account to do all the submissions which is under my representation. If I am using a GCK, that is basically illegal because most of the, like again, it's a very unethical way of doing an application that you signed up with one of the IRCC consultant lawyer and they now give that file to someone sitting in India or Philippines or China. And for there, they are doing all the data entry and they are submitting the application just using your use of representation. That is illegal. If you are the one who know that your consultant or lawyer use the GCK, you have all the rights to sue them. So again, to all my colleagues, licensed like legal immigration firms and lawyers and consultant, please don't use this practice because if they have to go through an appeal or federal review, the CIC will know that it is not submitted through a IRCC portal, it is submitted through GCK, which means less liability on them. And the client, you paid an immigration firm to do the application under their portal. Do not let them do through the GCK. Yes, there are some kind of requests. I have seen that some of the client comes to me and say that, sir, I wanted to know my application, what's going on. So can you use GCK?
Yeah.
Better you do document review from me and do application by yourself. Because now, if it is not going through my IRCC consultant portal, CIC is going to consider it as the like you did your application and you basically like uploaded my use of representation for the further communication. I don't recommend someone to pay the money and getting a service which agent is doing back home in India. And unfortunately, I have seen a lot of consultants and lawyers are doing this practice. So if you know someone, tell that only do a submission through the IRCC consultant portal or a lawyer if they have their portal, not to do through GCK if you are paying someone a good amount. All the best.
Okay. Bishwas has a very interesting question to you, Vishnu.
Yes.
Question is, sir, one more question. Can I call my partner for masters here for 1 year and stay with her for 4 more years on spousal open work permit? तब तक
तो सब कुछ हो जाएगा,
2 PR हो जाएगा.
ऑल द बेस्ट भाई. ये बहुत अच्छा आइडिया भाई. जो भी मुझसे कंसल्टेशन लेता है ना, उसको 2 चीज मालूम पड़ता है. एक, यू विल गेट अ PR एंड सेकंड, शादी है तो रुकना नहीं है भाई, शादी कर लो. बट अगेन द पॉइंट इज मास्टर्स आर ओनली देयर फॉर 2 years, not for 1 year. It's a big investment to spend. So yes, if she is coming here, she is taking a master's, definitely bhai, you will get a postgrad open work permit. But better than that, आप मास्टर्स करो और उसको स्पाउसल ओपन वर्क परमिट में बुलाओ ताकि आपका स्कोर ज़्यादा रहेगा PR के लिए. एंड दैट वे यू कैन हैव अ मास्टर्स एजुकेशन प्लस आपका वर्क एक्सपीरियंस भी रहेगा और आप उनको यार स्पाउसल ओपन वर्क में बुला सकते हो. दैट वुड बी माई रिकमेंडेशन. अदरवाइज यू मे हैव टू लीव कैनेडा इफ यू गेट अ रिफ्यूजल ऑन योर पोस्टग्रेड ओपन वर्क परमिट. सो थिंक कुछ भी हो सकता है, बट शादी, आई एम ऑलवेज इन सपोर्ट ऑफ यू दैट. जाओ भाई शादी करो.
Okay. All right, so let's go. Sahil has one.
Child marriage ka proof hai.
Sahil has a question. Sahil has a question. Sir, I did more than 40 hours work whenever I got reading week in 4 months, and in my 4 months study break. Is it okay?
Sahil, भाई study week काम करने के लिए ही होता है. Go and do it. That's fine. Reading week, study week, that's all fine.
I don't know why is it even called study reading week. It's supposed to be like go work.
ना वो reading तुम्हारा बोलते हैं work log. You have to go and read the work logs. That's a reading week. All good, भाई. Sahil, you're good to go. Don't worry about anything. You're good.
All right, I think we'll wrap it up.
Yes, please.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
I have a consultations now.
Yup.
So let's go back. So again, I believe all the Can family member who joined this live got all the information. If you think this live is informative, do like, do give your feedback. But if you think this kind of information is important, informative, do share with your friends with your group, so that at least this information can save someone from getting a refusal. I know when a person get a refusal, it's not just that one individual, but the whole family surrounding to them go into that depression. So let's hope no more Can family member will be getting a post-grad open work permit refusal after watching this live. So all the best with that hope. Sayonara.
Salam bhai. Salam.
Take care, guys. Bye.
See ya.